All right, back on again. Hey, kids. We're back with another edition of news and commentary for you for this fifth day of June, 2025. That's right, lots going on the fifth day of June, especially around the world, but also here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Things are kind of cloudy, kind of sprinkly. It's sprinkling and light rain. Temperatures are at they're in the 60s and 70s, but which is okay, but it's kind of a blah day here. Hopefully things are better where you are, and hopefully you'll get into what we're going to talk about today. Hopefully, we take one news story, basically, sometimes two, but it depends how much time we have left, and we talk about it. We make commentary on it. There you go, just like they used to in the old days. Well, what we got to talk about today? Oh, here it is. Here's a good one for you. I'm asking the political question today. Is the honeymoon really over? Yes, that's right. The honeymoon between Donald Trump and Elon Musk seems to be over. They seem to be split on the idea of this big, beautiful bill that's going on. They seem to be gone their separate ways. However, things are getting heated, like any good soap opera on television. Things are getting kind of heated for you. And what's happening is now the latest that I just read here a little bit ago was that Trump says, "Hey, Elon, if you don't get in line and back this bill and quit telling everybody to kill it and all that kind of stuff," which is, by the way, Kill Bill, a great movie with Uma Thurman and so on. Wonderful movie. However, if you don't stop ragging on this bill, I'm going to cut your funding. Oh, boy. He's going to cut his funding to Tesla if his government contracts, if he doesn't stop ragging on the bill and getting people to kill it. This ought to be fun. This ought to be, and this was what we've been thinking is going to happen for some time, and it finally happened. That there's been a bit of a rift. I think things are splitting. Now, what are we going to do? In the middle of all these tariffs, which, by the way, he did that again on steel the other day, a 50% tariff. Now things are getting so high you can't afford to buy anything anymore. It's ridiculous. And they said it would happen by summer, and now we're into summer. So, yeah, that's about right. It's going about as planned, on time, if you will. But what are we going to do? What are we going to do now? That's the thing. How are we going to stop this? Well, I don't know how we're going to stop all this. Um, I can't imagine what's going to happen there over the summer months. I really cannot imagine. But I'm afraid that by the time school starts in late August, early September, by the time Labor Day comes, things could get really hairy around here as far as prices of anything. I don't care if it's groceries or steel or materials or whatever it is. It's going to get so high we're not going to be able to afford anything anymore. And I don't know what's going to happen between those two. They're riffing each other now. What's going to happen in a couple months? Give it the summer, and boy, things could get wacky. Um, I don't know. I just don't know how we're going to solve this. Midterms ain't for another year and a half. Another year and a half before we even get there to midterms, much less the next presidential election in 28. Oh, man. I don't know. There's so much going on in the next few months, days, weeks. I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway, that's what's happening. That's the one big story we're going to talk about. And what else is there to talk about? Cresleys are out. Cresleys are home. And the Cresleys also are having a honeymoon problem. They're also kind of going their different ways. Kind of. Some say it's rumor. Some say it's not. It depends. One had one reaction about prison. The other had a different, completely different reaction when it come to prison for just a couple of years. That's all they served. A few years and they were out. They were supposed to get, 7 to 12 years, and instead they got barely anything. And then to come out, and one is all about revenge and much like Trumpish, very Trumpish, if you will, about the way he's going about it. And the other, she, is like, I'm going off in my own direction. Screw this. It's amazing how people have changed in just a short bit of time. It really is amazing. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of News and Commentary. And until the next time, remember that you, wherever you are right there. There's where you are. You are always number one in my book. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.